One of the biggest questions about COVID-19 is whether those who get infected are immune to the virus after they recover. Researchers from the University of Arizona are studying antibodies right now to find out.
That's right. Nearly 6,000 tests show that patients had a production of high-quality antibodies. Doctors say, quote, "We conclude that neutralizing antibodies are stably produced for at least 5 to 7 months after SARS-CoV-2 infection," meaning immunity for anywhere from 5 to 7 months is what they think right now.
Right, so researchers say as of right now, 7 months is the longest period of time they can confirm the immunity lasts, but they say it could be longer, and they base that on the first SARS virus, which is, they say, similar to COVID-19 because those who were infected with it are still seeing immunity 17 years later. Deepta Bhattacharya joins us now, Associate Professor of Immunobiology at the University of Arizona. Go Cats! He's with one of the leads on this research project, and he's going to detail his findings for us right now. Professor, let's start with this big question we've all been wondering about. Once you get the virus, can you get it again? What did you find?
Well, I mean, our study was really looking at the immune response. It's sort of a functional correlate to see how susceptible you might be if the virus if you get exposed to the virus again. So, our study wasn't really looking at reinfections per se, but rather markers of whether or not you're immune. And so we focused our attention really on antibodies in people who had been infected, and mostly people who had had fairly mild symptoms, because there had been some concern that antibodies might vanish. And that's not what we found. We found that antibodies continue to be produced for as long as we're able to look, which is out to about 7 months.
And is that just a matter of time, because that's how long we've known about this coronavirus? As we get farther along down the road, that might extend out as well?
Yeah, so I want to make sure that I say at least 7 months. And the pandemic hit Arizona fairly late. And so we just don't have a lot of people who are infected very early on. And so 7 months is just sort of the limits of what we're able to look at right now. But I hope and expect that the response will last for longer.
So we mentioned just a second ago that people infected with the first SARS virus are still seeing immunity 17 years later. Tell us why you think that could be the case with this virus.
Well, ultimately, we don't know. We don't have a crystal ball, so we don't know for sure how similar this second SARS coronavirus will be to the first. But it's our best playbook. I mean, it's the one that is the most similar, and it's a lot more of, I think, a better prior than the common cold-causing human coronaviruses. But ultimately, we don't really know. I think we're just going to have to follow it out and see if it lasts for another 3 months or if it lasts for another 3 decades. I think there's just no way to know except for just going forward and seeing.
All right, point taken on immunity versus can we get it again. But what about these stories we hear every now and then, Professor, about people who apparently have gotten it again?
Yeah, and I think that one of the things that we probably need to do a better job as scientists is talking about things probabilistically. And so there's no question that there have been some cases of reinfections around the world. We also have to keep in mind that there's been over 30 million infections around the world. And so the real question is, how frequent are those reinfections? I think the best study that we've seen so far is actually one out of Qatar, where the virus has really gone out of control. And it's estimated that almost half the population has been infected. And so it gives you a chance to follow that population out over time to see how often does this population get reinfected, given that the virus transmission rates are pretty high. And so the study that's just come out would estimate that it's somewhere around 1 in 10,000 is the risk. And so of 10,000 people who have been infected, maybe 1 might get reinfected. So it's not 0, but I think it's fair to say that it's not likely.
Well, we've certainly seen what the virus can do, and I'm sure I can imagine what this means for you to be involved in this research. We appreciate your time tonight. Thank you for your insight. Deepta Bhattacharya from the University of Arizona. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me on.
So if you're interested in more on this, you can read the science at newsnationnow.com. We've shared a link to the full report and also the summary.